Eldrad Ulthran. Codex Eldar 3rd edition. Written by Gav Thorpe. With additional text by Andy Chambers, Jervis Johnson, and Tuomas Pirinen. Page 37. Narrated by R.J. Bailey. Eldrad is the greatest among us. He is the sun which eclipses the light of our stars. He is Ulthwe, and the fate of our kind rests in his hands. His eyes are the keenest. No detail goes unnoticed. 4,000 runes can he cast, guiding our path through torment and war, death and salvation. He is the pathfinder, the seeker, the true guide. Even your race has trembled before his might, though you may not have known it. It was he who guided us to the orc known as Gazgul, and commanded us to steer his path to your world of Armageddon. 10,000 Eldar lives would have been lost if he had not done so. What sacrifice is 1,000,000 humans for such a cause? He knows your affairs better than you do yourself. He warned that weakling seer you call Emperor of the treachery of Horus and the strife which would engulf us, just as it engulfed the rest of the galaxy. But your arrogance deafened you to his words. Your stupidity almost destroyed the galaxy, yet you never knew how close the forces of light were to our ultimate defeat. He saw the great devourer and warned our kin on Ienden, even before they had neared our galaxy. To him, all futures are laid out, just as your crude implements of torture are laid out on the cold metal of that shelf. You say we are random and capricious. We say you are vulgar and idiotic. Some of you call us your enemies. All races are our enemy in time. Some of you call us your allies. You are not allies any more than a butcher's knife is his ally. You are tools, nothing more, to be used and expended to protect our race. That is your fate. Your kind think you are so magnificent, yet even now, at the nadir of our power, we can manipulate you, turn you to our ends as easily as you might pull a trigger and fire a gun. Our time will come again. Eldrad has promised us. Once more, you upstart Monkai shall kneel before our power. This time, we will not be so lenient. We will exterminate you, every world, every vessel, every one of you. Eldrad has seen the stars stained red with your blood, and it pleases him. You think us weak, but we will be your doom, children of Earth. Interrogation of captured Eldar Ranger. Prisoner number 28261. Prisoner awaiting termination. Eldrad Ulthran, Farseer of Ulthwe. An Ulthwe Eldar army of 2,000 points or more may include Eldrad Ulthran. If you decide to take him, he counts as one of the HQ choices for the army. Eldrad must be used exactly as described below, and may not be given extra equipment. In addition, he may only be used in a battle where both players have agreed to the use of special characters. War gear, Shuriken pistol, Staff of Ulthamar, Runes of Warding, Runes of Witnessing, Ghost Helm, Spirit Stones, Rune Armor. Psychic powers, Eldritch Storm, Fortune, Guide, and Mind War. Staff of Ulthamar. The Staff of Ulthamar is a potent artifact made from the purest wraithbone. Eldrad can channel his immense psychic powers through the staff, increasing his abilities or using it as a powerful weapon. The staff can be used in 2 ways, but it may only be used in one way in any single turn. Firstly, it can be used to allow Eldrad to use another psychic power. This can be a psychic power he has already used that turn. Secondly, it can be used in an assault, in which case it always wounds on a roll of 2+ and ignores armor saves. Divination. Eldrad Ulthran is possibly the most accurate and powerful Farseer of the Eldar, and his powers of precognition and prophecy are legendary, After both sides have deployed at the start of a game, the Eldar player may reposition D3 units in his army. No unit can be repositioned outside its normal deployment zone, and may only be moved up to 6 inches from its original position. In addition, when using reserves, you may add +1 to a single reserves roll each turn. Declare before rolling the dice. Independent character. Unless accompanied by a bodyguard, Eldrad Ulthran is an independent character, and follows all the independent character special rules as given in the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook. Bodyguard. Eldrad Ulthran may be accompanied by a bodyguard of warlocks. See the separate entry in the army list. You have been listening to Eldrad Ulthran, page 37. Codex Eldar, 3rd edition, written by Gav Thorpe, with additional text by Andy Chambers, Jervis Johnson, and Tuomas Pirinen, narrated by R.J. Bailey. Thank you to Gav Thorpe, Andy Chambers, Jervis Johnson, and Tuomas Pirinen for writing the fiction I grew up with. Additional thanks to Tuomas for helping me pronounce his name correctly, or as near to it as we were able to get. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a review where you found it, or like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, depending how you're listening. This production, like all of Oldex, is entirely unofficial and uncommercial, from an out-of-print publication, is a derivative work with all copyrights owned by Games Workshop, and is a celebration of the hobby and lore I grew up with. If you have any suggestions for other old Codex fiction for me to narrate on this podcast, you can comment, contact me on Twitter @RJBailey, or email robertjbailey@gmail.com. Links are in the show description.